All right, welcome to Sugar Beats. We got Colin, we got me.
What's good?
We're going to be talking about county fairs, state fairs,
Fairs in
carnivals,
general.
whatever else. I mean, we got a lot of good stuff going on. We're going to try something new today. We're going to talk to someone at a county fair right now. We're going to do that in about 5-10 minutes over the phone, and we don't know if it'll mix right. We're going to try. We got the Roadcaster 2, which is awesome.
If you're seeing this, it mixed fine.
Yeah, and if you didn't see it, it didn't mix fine.
Yeah, that, you know.
Of course, I like the train wrecks. I like the plane crashes in the mountain.
Yeah?
You know, so if it doesn't work well and it's
You're
terrible,
just going to throw it up there?
Throw it up there.
Just going to have like the audio like, hey,
all you little leaguers out there, sometimes the disaster is the best thing.
All you little leaguers out there, stay in school.
Oh, my. Okay, so you've been to county fairs and state fairs before. You said you were from Iowa or something like that,
I
right?
lived in Iowa for a little while. One of the big things, like the summer activity, you need to at least go to the state fair once.
Oh, yeah.
Have to. It's like a must. And when I moved to Iowa, I was pretty green. I was not like, I wouldn't say, like, there's a lot of what I would call a farm boy in Iowa.
Ah, okay.
But they would also call me a city slicker. So like,
right.
Yeah, like it's just kind of what it. So I'm like green in that way. And then I went to the state fair, and someone was like, "Oh my God, you have to have fried butter."
Yes, that's actually true.
Yeah, I was like fried butter. I had no idea. I was like, this is wild. Like fried butter. How much do you hate yourself?
Man, exactly. That's fantastic.
It was actually pretty good. It's so bad for you. I had like one. We bought. There was like 5 of us. We bought one of them and we just split it into 5s because we didn't want to like.
Oh, you got to have that heart attack right there on the spot.
Yeah,
you got to take the whole thing down.
That's right. You got to get the med team in for a reason. You know. There's if you ever get the chance to go to the Iowa State Fair, there isn't like a building you have to visit. It's like the only cooled building that they have in the entirety of the state fair, and it's because it's the butter sculpture building.
Oh yes,
and
I've heard of this. I've never seen a butter sculpture.
It is so stupid.
How good is it? Does it look good, though?
It looks really good. Like, as far as, like, artistry goes, they took the time. They put in the work. They're very good at their craft. Like, they mold butter like nobody's business. However, I don't know that anyone's ever molded butter, like, seriously before. And so
give me an example. What really stood out in the molded butter? What was it like?
It was a cow. It was a full-size cow. It's a butter cow. You can Google it. It's there every year.
Oh, wow.
It's a cow entirely made of butter, fully encased in glass.
Wow.
It's so amazing. They're like, when I say they take it seriously, they take it seriously.
Now, what kind of table feast or food?
There you go. We got. There's the butter cow.
No way.
Yes, it's literally a full-size cow.
The guy with the tube.
Absolutely, they don't mess around.
That's amazing. Wow.
The first time someone was like, "You got to go see the butter cow," I was like, "What drugs have you done? Like that you get a butter cow?"
Oh, that's great.
But no, there's a butter cow. You go there, and like I saw it, and I was like, "Wow, it's got its own window." Like,
oh no way, really? That's amazing.
It's so cool.
Wow.
And there's like other lesser butter sculptures that are in there as well. Oh, hang on, we got another. There's more.
No way.
Oh, good.
Apparently, somebody got really pissed off and decided to vandalize the window for the display.
Yeah.
Oh,
that sounds like my state fair.
Wow.
Freedom for all on the butter cow, baby.
Oh,
that's
man, that's
what's
so funny.
up.
You know, those PETA people will do anything.
I don't even know if it was probably just some dude. There's a lot of edgy people in Iowa.
Really?
I was definitely part of that group when I was there.
The throw blood on a butter cow?
No, I bet it was just red paint. I bet.
Okay.
At least I hope it wasn't. Yeah, fingers crossed it was just
There's
red.
a lot of livestock there. They could have just bled something out and used that.
Absolutely,
I mean,
but like
these are farmers, you know. They know how to do this.
we got more butter cow. Yeah, because there's
wow.
This detail is ridiculous.
I know. I told you they don't mess around.
You know, that's definitely a Jersey. That's not a Holstein. That's a Jersey right there. You can tell what kind of breed of cow it is.
Because they don't mess around, baby.
Wait, Bob, why do you know breeds of cows?
Well, because they have cows. On my
Okay.
farm.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I have cows on my farm.
Okay, cool. I knew you had. Okay, cool. All right, sick. Learning new stuff all the time.
Oh man, that's great. All right, you know what? Before we get too far, we
Yeah.
better call and see
see how
if
this-
our person on the spot is going to answer the phone. We'll find out right now.
I really hope that there's. I want to know the fried foods that are available at this county fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the state fair will have obviously an incredibly wide variety
Right.
of of like fried items, but like, did the county fair specialize?
Well, let's
I wanna
find
know.
out.
Fried pickles, maybe.
Is
Fried
she
pickles are
answering?
good.
Because I can't hear it. Oh, okay.
Well,
Are you sure she hasn't answered yet?
oh no, that's
I can hear you.
there.
Oh,
We go.
there you go.
There we go. And
All
unmute
right.
it.
All right.
Hello.
So,
There it is.
Naomi, I'm with Colin, and obviously we're doing a podcast on state fairs, county fairs, carnivals, things like that. And so what's it look like? How hot is it there today?
Oh, that's pretty nice. Well, like 80, 85.
Beautiful.
It's not too bad.
Okay. Okay.
Nice clear skies.
Do you have us on
Nice
speaker right
breeze.
now or no?
No.
Okay. Okay.
Can't just yell at people.
So
in
it's
the
blue
street.
skies, good temperature. We were talking about the food. What kind of food carts do they have out there, or
Yeah, what
food
kind of
trucks?
fried foods to be looking at?
They got the major carnival stuff, which is, your corn dogs and your funnel cakes and elfin ears.
Mhm.
But they've also got all the local food trucks. They've got all the barbecue and sandwiches and all the fun stuff. So
Wow.
I think every food truck that Stevenson County offers is here.
Wow. So you're in
So,
Stevenson County,
good
and
variety.
so have you partaken of any of it? Is it good quality?
Oh yeah, it's real good. We've had quite a bit of it this week.
Nice.
So, Stevenson County is a fairly small attended one because it's a rural area. It's not like Cook County. I don't think Cook County has a fair, does it?
I don't think they
so
do.
either. I don't even think DuPage does.
They just have like Rib Fest.
So I know Kane County does.
We're gonna find out in a second. I just
Yeah.
gotta look.
So, anyways,
for my producer. He
so
loves Rib
we're
Fest.
asking. Have you been to all the pavilions? You been to the livestock pavilion?
A little bit, not a ton yet. Today's our big family day, so we're going to see everything today.
Ah,
Nice.
great. And what
But,
about
yeah,
4-H?
so
Did
far
you see
it's
the
not been too
4-H?
much.
Did you see the 4-H building yet?
Yeah, it's always a good turnout. So
Okay, all you little eagers out there,
There.
4-H is what farmers do with Boy Scouts. Instead of Boy Scouts, they do 4-H.
What are the H's for? Because I'm a Boy Scout.
Yeah, what is the 4-H's for?
Nice.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Horticulture.
Yeah, horticulture
Something.
and
Horticulture,
Humanity
homies,
and,
humanity.
homosexuality. I don't know
There
what
we
the
go.
4-H's are.
That's the Boy
No.
Scouts.
That's right.
That is the
Sorry.
Boy Scouts.
Hell yeah.
But anyways, actually 4-H is pretty cool because they teach kids everything about
Nice.
farming. It's really cool. And about the environment too. They're very environment conscious.
So good. Very good.
All right, so if you going on to the rides, what kind of rides do they have out there?
They haven't done rides yet. They're gonna do rides today.
Okay.
They've got the Ferris wheel though. They've got all the spinny rides and all that stuff. They got free pony rides today for the kids.
Free
Oh,
pony
sick.
So
rides.
we're gonna do that.
Whoa, that's great. Did they do the horse show
so
yet?
it'll be fun.
Did they do the horse show
No,
yet?
the horse show I believe is on Saturday.
Okay.
So
And
that'll
on,
be when they do that.
and on the rides, are they still doing the wristbands or do you have to buy the tickets?
Yep, they've got wristbands.
Okay, cool.
So
All right, well, that makes it easy for everyone then instead of dealing with like 100 tickets, 500 tickets.
Yeah.
So another thing
Oh,
I
yeah,
wanted to
well-
ask you about is did they do the tractor pull yet?
yeah, tractor pull was Tuesday and Wednesday night.
All right. I love the
Well,
sound
that
of
was
the tractor
very-
pull. You could hear it from like 50
very
miles
loud.
away. It's like a nuclear atomic
yeah.
blast. Because they take everything off. They just go straight bore. Have they done the demolition derby or is that Saturday?
That's Saturday night.
There's a
And
demo
then they're doing
derby?
Yep, Saturday night they're doing demo derby, and then they have a big fireworks show afterwards this year.
Do they have a concert anytime this week with musicians?
They've got music every night every day this week. They've got local musicians out here, so
Nice.
no huge headliners, but they're really focusing on the community and the local people. So
Good.
some big names still for the local area, but
Well,
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
pretty
I should have applied. I sing in the shower. So as long as they
That's
don't mind
true.
me getting wet and naked and sing, I don't mind that either.
Oh goodness. Well, I don't know. It's in the community tents, so
okay.
they might not want that.
Are they still selling? Is that one place that sells the hot tubs still have the biggest booth? 'Cause
Maybe.
They used to have like literally 100 yards by 100 yards. It's like a football field size to sell hot tubs in the middle of the fair.
Well, you can't just have like a hot tub size tent to sell a hot
That's
tub. You can
true,
only sell
but I'm
one hot
telling
tub.
you, a old football field size of hot tubs. That's something to see.
Yeah, it's like 8 hot tubs.
What kind of hot tubs are you buying?
Well, the good kind. I don't know.
The one you do laps in. I see. So, all right. Is there anything else you want to share out there?
I don't know. It's a real good time though. So if you have the opportunity to get to a fair this year, it'd be really fun.
Now you're actually promoting your
Good
business
weather.
out there, right? Your NJS photography, right?
Right.
And how's that going? Are you getting a lot of leads, or a lot of people saying yes, or is it kind of slow this year?
Oh no, it's been real busy this year, so it's been good.
Great.
So get your bookings in
got
fast.
A lot of, right. Don't wait.
Absolutely.
Don't
Filling up
wait.
for the year.
Well, I appreciate it. We'll let you go. Is there anything else you want to say?
No, I think that's it.
All right. Well, take care. Have a lot of fun, and do me a favor. Eat me an elephant ear.
Sounds good. I will.
Okay. Thanks.
All right. Yep. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Cool beans, man. So that's our first live call on a podcast ever.
Yeah.
And we got on the ground on site.
Boots on the ground.
Boots on the ground. I don't think she's wearing boots.
She's not. She's not.
But
more
she's
of a-
wearing something on the ground.
flats on the ground.
Cool. So what's your biggest memory of the fair other than the butter cow?
So, well, when I was a sophomore in college, I went with just one of my friends to the fair, and we wanted to try like we wanted to get one of everything that was fried.
Oh, wow.
So we were like, we're gonna do it. And like we didn't eat anything beforehand, and we were like, let's go. So we go there and we eat.
Did you have a medical alert bracelet or anything like that?
No, I
ready
should
for
have
you?
though. That would have been a good idea. And so we started strong. We were like, okay, we're gonna get something delicious to start. So we got a fried Oreo.
Oh, that's good, actually.
It is. It's really good. And so we were like, oh, we got a fried Oreo. And so we get the fried Oreo, and the guy hands it to us, and he was like, what y'all doing at the fair today? Because like fair goers are pretty like conversational people, I guess.
Right.
And so if you don't have like a big line behind you, typically it's like a nice little.
It's super laid back.
Yes, exactly. And so he's like, what y'all doing at the fair? And we were like, oh, we're having everything fried. And he was like, oh, we got fried Snickers. And I was like,
try
you got
one?
fried? Of course, yeah. So we were like, let me
That's
get a
great,
fried
isn't it?
Snickers. It was so good.
It's amazingly good.
So we went after that and went and did the elephant ears, and we had like a couple more fried foods, and I was like starting to get full. And we almost didn't. We almost like ate everything, I guess. We got down. I'm not a big pickles fan, so like after the fried pickles, I was like, I think I might be finished. And it was great. But the biggest memory from that day was like 3/4 of the way through when we were like about to leave was the wrath of all of the fried food I had eaten previously that day. I spent like 40 minutes in a porta potty. I don't know if you've spent more than 2 minutes in a porta potty, but like
that's like an engagement, wedding, and divorce all wrapped in one.
you don't
for that length
get
of
used
time.
to the smell. You really don't. You would think.
Well, how many other fried foods are right there in the depository of that porta john?
All of it.
Exactly. It went straight from that building straight to that little porta john.
Oh, God.
Oh, because it cuts right through you, man. That grease on it it does not stop. It's like an avalanche. They've greased the skids to go right through. So, anyways.
They have actually way too many fried foods, including a deep fried pickle dog.
Yeah.
Pickle dog. I never had a pickle dog.
Did
Now,
not get that.
There's
getting
one stand that
hungry
has
now.
fried tacos. Actually, there's a couple stands that have fried tacos. They're all copying off each other.
They're
fried
good.
tacos, if you haven't had them, the best invention ever.
They're really good.
I never had a fried taco. either.
Okay.
Such a good idea. It's
Road
like
trip to Memphis.
yeah, it's like it's like a fried white people taco. It's got like the lettuce and the cheese and like it's like cheddar cheese with like sour cream. Not sour cream if it's fried, but like that sort of
This year they even have deep fried brownies.
yeah, which is
That doesn't sound bad.
it's really good, but you can't have more than 2 bites. It's super rich.
Wow.
I mean, you can't have more than 2 bites, but you will like pay for it. Your stomach is gonna be a knot.
They even have deep fried pecan pie.
I don't think I
Wow,
saw
now
that when
that
I
is
was there.
radical.
I'm looking at the current menu this year. It's pretty
Okay.
impressive.
That's radical. I like pecan pie a lot.
Me
It
too.
is a rich pie.
I'm a fan of pie, period.
Deep fried pineapple. That sounds good.
That one, I would
I can see
definitely
that.
go for. That sounds really good.
Do they batter that beforehand or just?
I would hope so.
Right
You
in
got
the
it.
fryer.
Yeah, I would hope you batter it beforehand.
You
I don't
gotta do it.
Yeah.
Like otherwise,
It'll get nice and sweet and like
Oh, that's
candied in the
true.
middle.
That's true.
I mean,
Yummy.
even though if you don't batter it, it's still pretty good just deep frying food.
That's true. That's true.
Like I've gotten to the point where I just don't cook hot dogs normally anymore.
You just deep fry hot dogs?
Oh, I use an air fryer, but
okay,
like,
okay.
Wow.
Deep fry hot dogs.
But have you
I was
ever
about to
had a
get
deep fried
nervous.
hot dog? It's great.
It is really yummy, but the way you said it, you sounded like you have hot dogs regularly. And so if you deep fry hot dogs
Well, you know.
regularly, that's dangerous.
Okay. We might have to take a field trip. I know a spot.
Oh, I'm down. I love field trips.
I'm down with that too. I'll drive.
Yes.
I'll be the designated driver.
Fried hot dogs.
It's
gotta
only in
get
Westmont.
back.
The deep fried dog, they slice it, they butterfly slice it, throw cheese in the middle. I think it's Swiss,
Yeah.
and then they wrap it in bacon and throw it in the fryer. And it's the best
No
invention
way.
ever.
That sounds so good.
Oh yeah.
Dude.
And the worst part is it's a local bar like in my town. So all of a sudden somebody will look at me and be like,
Oh man.
"Deep fried dogs? Fuck." Okay,
I
we're-
gotta go
I
get
gotta
deep fried
try
dogs
that, man.
now.
I got to try that before Labor Day because after Labor Day I go back on my diet.
Um,
But I can have that up until Labor Day. So
oh, that's good.
yeah,
That's good. That'd be
just
nice.
can't have carbs right now.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
No sugar, no
sugar, no carbs,
noodles, no stuff like
no
that.
noodles.
So, anyways, my experience with the fair started when I was 7 years old.
Yeah.
We went
Yeah.
down to the Springfield, Illinois Fair,
Nice.
and it was let's see, that'd be 1970, 71, 72, right in there. Can't remember exactly.
Remember that year well.
But exactly before you were born.
Yeah,
of course.
right.
And so the thing I remember, number one, my mom could not stop complaining, non-stop complaining.
Sure.
It was god awful. I was losing it.
Is
And
there
I'm
any
used
other way to
it.
experience the fair?
My dad was losing it, of course. He always loses it with that. And so, anyways, we're doing the fair, and the only thing I really remember, like crystal clear, is at night we sat down in this auditorium. There's maybe 5,000, 10,000 people seating, maybe bigger, but at
Sure.
least that. And so we sit down, and I heard for the first time a live comedian. They had Rich Little. Rich Little is like an imitator. He would,
Sure.
be Nixon. He would be do all these other
Yeah,
guys.
do impersonations and stuff like that.
Really, really good impersonation. He was like known for that.
Yeah.
But he did some jokes opening up, and there's two jokes I remembered for sure, and I've never forgotten them. And I mean, that's like 50 years ago, more than 50
That's a
years
good
ago
joke.
for me. And the first one was some good news, bad news, and he did a whole bunch of examples. But the one I can never forget is the sergeant telling the men in the trenches, "I got some good news and some bad news. The good news is we're going to be wearing different underwear today. The bad news is, Joe, you get Jim's. Jim, you get John's. John,
Oh,
you get Tom's." And so
no.
that was a great joke.
Yeah, it's a really good
The way
joke.
he set it up was fantastic. And then the other thing is he was doing. You ever watch TV or you're on radio and you change the dial at the wrong time? Like commercials coming on, you turn it.
Yeah.
But you don't turn it fast enough, and so it's like, play text across your heart bar, bra, and then the next one you go to is about the airline,
Yeah.
like say American Airline or something. So it would go something like this: cross your heart bra. It helps you with seating 3 across. Because they have the brand new seating for 3 across.
Right.
So, but it got crossed up, and he did a whole bunch of examples of, when you don't want to change the commercials at the wrong time. And so it just stuck with me. I'm like, first of all, it was brilliant.
Yeah, that's a
Second,
great job.
my dad was spitting blood laughing so hard. He was, snorting the whole 9 yards. He just could not stop.
I
So,
like that you put spitting blood.
spitting blood. It was that funny.
Like below, like before you snort when you're laughing, you spit blood. Like that's.
So, yeah, it was fantastic. Well, my dad was a smoker, so he coughed all the time, anyways. And,
So he did do
yeah,
that.
he was probably spitting
So when
blood.
like things were funny,
But,
be like,
still, yeah.
got it. Wow, nice.
But yeah, that was my first impression of a fair, and I never forgot it. And I've been to lots of county fairs, a couple state fairs. I never went to the Iowa one with the butter cow. I got to
pretty
tell you,
solid.
that's something to see.
Yeah.
I might have to do that.
If you have a
But,
chance to go see the butter cow, you should.
You know, when I started having kids, we went to the county fair every year, of course. I was just enthralled with the livestock because I grew up in the city.
Sure.
So, livestock is like, these guys are seriously into this.
Yeah.
And some of these people sell their bulls or their cows for as much as $100,000.
Yeah.
100 grand. And I was like, that cow is not worth 100 grand. You can milk it the rest of its life. You're not going to get that much out of it. And they're like, no, it's not just the milk that they give, but the breeding for all the other cows that come after it. And same with the bulls. And I'm like, oh, maybe. I don't know. And then I found out later, part of the reason too is that their friends and family are upbidding it because they use that money for college. So all the kids that are showing, their relatives and friends and family and church members, whatever else, are all trying to, go like this to boost it up because they're going to use that money to college. And I was shocked when I moved out and got a farm. Almost every farmer I know has a college degree, and almost every farmer I know is extremely rich.
Yeah,
Millions of dollars.
it takes a lot to one of the coolest places I ever stayed was when I was touring like parts of the U.S. with a choir, and I got to stay on a dairy farm, and so they did dairy, and they had like a couple other acres that they like grew random corn stock and stuff like that on, and so they had this big old hall full of cows. And we got there at like 10 p.m. at night. And so we get there and they're still up, of course.
Yeah.
Because, they'll go to bed at midnight, wake up at 4, take a nap at 6, and then go back to like work at 8. They're a regimented folk.
They're relentless.
Yes, they absolutely are. And then when you have like all of those cows and stuff, those dairy cows that you're doing, you have to buy all the feed. You have to buy all of your like resources for going to get them milked. You have to maintain all the equipment that you have. You have, all of the cars and the things that you use, like your tractors and all of your equipment that actually has to come.
Plus animal husbandry. You need to know biology. You need to know about germs and viruses and everything. It's just insane how much they know.
Yeah, it's not something that you can't go pick up and be a farmer. And I just thought that was like a thing that you could just do. You could just be like, I'm gonna go be a farmer now, and then like 2 years later you'd be a successful farmer. Nah.
Right.
Like unless you have a couple million in capital that you're willing to liquidate in order to gain a bunch of money to put that money back in there.
Just the land.
Yes.
Usually it's a couple million to $5 million to $10 million to $20 million.
Yes, and you still got to pay taxes.
Yeah. Well, plus this is how the farmers go out of business, and this is how they end up broke. They borrow money.
Oh
if
yeah.
you borrow money, and you have a bad year, the bank takes it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't borrow money if you're a farmer. You got to live within your means, and you got to struggle. And you got to do everything you can, but if you don't borrow money over the aggregate, you do very, very, very well.
Yep.
If you borrow money, you're done
Yep.
because you don't know if you're going to have a good year or a bad year. And even with the good years and bad years now, every farmer I know does options. They're on the exchanges. They know this. They know better than most people I know dealing with any kind of finance stuff. Exactly how to sell, do puts and everything else for.
Yeah.
They sell their corn before they put the first kernel in.
Yeah, because you have to.
It's amazing what they do. So
The amount of actual like time that it takes. Because you have what, 6 weeks out of the year to make all your money.
well,
Like
depends.
quote unquote.
If you're doing livestock or you're doing milk, that's through the year. But you know, if you're growing crops,
Yeah,
if you're
that's-
doing green, then you've got windows.
Exactly. And so when you have long stretches of time where you may not have that income,
Right.
financial responsibility is like
Exactly. Well,
doesn't
see,
get more
that's why
important.
when I was saying 4-H, the 4-H building,
Yeah.
they have a whole building to themselves.
Yeah.
They're teaching these 5-year-olds and 10-year-olds how to do, and they're not learning it by osmosis. They see their parents doing it, of course, but they are trained. This is how you handle chickens. This is how you handle cows. This is how you treat things right because you want it to last. You treat your land right. You treat the environment right. You do all these other things because we're not a one and done thing. We're going to be here for 40 years, 60 years, 80 years, whatever that is.
Right.
And you need to prosper that whole time. So you need to make sure you're nourishing the land you're on. You're nourishing the animals you have. You're nourishing. everything you're doing is so. That's why it makes me laugh when you hear about the environmentalists that live in the city, which is probably the least environmentally friendly thing you could ever do.
Yeah.
Compared to a farmer who actually is tending to the woods and to the fields and to the animals and to every pastures, everything they got, they have to take care of. Otherwise, they are going to struggle and be paying the price for it.
Yeah. It is difficult because there's a whole, because I wish everybody could be a farmer and take care of things like just like that. But the amount of populace on the planet there is that simply just isn't something that people could do. So there's like some necessary evil there is to like living in cities, but yeah, like reducing your footprint is just something that's so ridiculously like difficult to do, especially in currently like today's society. Because what are you gonna do?
Well, I think the biggest thing, don't feel guilty, but do what you can.
Absolutely.
If you're in a city, use less plastic. And try and find ways of encouraging people to don't pollute. That's cool.
But if you forget your metal straw at home, it's okay to still get a drink, homie.
Don't use paper straws. Whoever invented that is an idiot.
Agreed.
They
don't work.
I've had those several times. First, they stick to your lips. What are you thinking? Don't do that.
Okay, I think that's a feature, not a bug. All right, I think that's okay. This is the one upside of paper towel or paper straws is once it's stuck to your mouth, I can just talk to you, and I never have to find the straw again. You ever look like an idiot trying to like drink something? You're like, but I don't have to do that anymore. It's there.
I'll take your word for it.
Just put it back in there, like a walrus.
But then they also collapse. If you go more like 3 or 5 minutes, they're done.
Yeah.
And then you got to throw that one out and get another one. That's not saving anything.
Yeah, but I already don't order my drinks with water because like or with ice because it's gone before.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So paper straws for me, there's all upside, no downside. But like I get it.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, that's cool. So the other thing I noticed with farms and carnivals, especially, is they have to travel around and tear down these rides and then put the rides back up.
Yes.
And they don't do it like once a year. They do it like 30 times a year, 25
those rides
times
are mobile.
a year. And they have the people that are working there. I'm not saying these people are bad people, but they do look drug-addled to me. I'm not saying that they are druggies, but they look drug-addled to me. They're living a lifestyle that would be the Grateful Dead style, in my opinion.
I've never like gotten to like sit down and talk to a carny, and I kind of want to. I also don't think the proper word is carny. So please let me know in the comments of this video how I'm supposed to address the person who does the ring game. I don't know. But the person who works there, like I want to talk to them and just see like what's the vibe, what's the culture? Because I'm assuming it's like pretty camaraderie like based.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I would hope.
No idea. They might all hate each other.
Right.
Maybe that's why they're there. I don't know.
Yeah, I would never. I can't ride. I have like a hard stop when it comes to like things that like spin fast and can kill me, but also pack up and move. Like I don't. I can't do that. Like me personally. Like so when everyone's like, "Oh, you want to go to the carnival to ride the rides?" I'm like, "No."
Well, see, to be honest, if you're a thrill seeker, you got to go to those rides because you know that they forgot some screws. They
just
forgot
go
some bolts.
Cliff jumping.
You know that sometime during that year or within the next couple of years, one of those chairs are flinging off at 80 miles an hour. And if there's no one in it, they're okay. But if someone's in it, I don't think they're going to make it.
I'm not paying $350 to pay more attention to the screws than the person operating the ride. I just can't do it.
Oh, man. Plus, I've been there, and I'm like, you're looking at this guy, and first he's got the glazed eyes, and then it's like he has zero effort at trying to care. All care has been drained from this human being that's standing saying
over years of abuse.
They are the worst, most unmotivated people I've ever seen in my life, and I just get afraid knowing, when I put machines together, I build machines for a living.
Sure.
You got to be paying attention.
Yeah.
And you got to do it right because
maybe that's where that's where all their care went. They took a lot of care into putting together the machine that once like the 7-year-old kid runs up and he's like, "I want to ride the Ferris wheel." They're like, "Shut up, kid." And they're like, "Get on the Maybe they spent so much
you're annoying me. Take the yellow one.
Right. Like it's the fact that you just pack like the first time I ever noticed that that the fair rides are mobile,
Yes.
I peed myself a little bit.
Oh, wow.
Because I was like, I've been going on these. Like, I've been unknowingly risking my life. Like, like my stomach is already uncomfortable. I'm going to the spinny ride. I'm gonna vomit. I might die.
Yeah.
Like, what about this experience is like, it's worth the money?
I know. But that's the thing. If you're a thrill seeker, you know, you like climbing mountains, you like skydiving, you like doing things.
Sure.
Riding a carnival ride, I can't imagine anything that's more unpredictable for an outcome.
Cody, can we get a stat check on how many people die on carnival rides versus how many people die? Hang on, die climbing Mount Everest.
Oh no, Mount Everest is probably more because
I don't know.
People are idiots.
Please hold.
I'm in a hold. I'm a little. I have an inkling that it's a closer number than one might think.
Everest has hundreds a year that die.
Sure.
These people don't train. They get up there. They go, oh, that's on my bucket list, and boom, they kick the bucket while doing that one.
Sounds like a carnival worker.
But I guarantee you, injuries for carnival rides, it's got to be in the tens of thousands, or at least thousands for sure.
All right. Do we
Maybe
have
they don't
any
report
numbers?
them, but
No numbers yet. Some numbers.
So Everest last year alone.
Okay.
Yeah, keep in mind I clicked the first thing, but 304 deaths just last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was 185 climbers and then 119 guides.
Wow.
those Sherpas, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a rough business. I thought
Jeez.
they was
That's why they
easy
get
for
paid
them.
so much.
They get paid so much?
Yeah, like
Nice.
$60.
Oh,
a
Sherpas
day.
are now real funny to watch. Avalanche. 21 climbers died, 56 Sherpas, because that's out of their control.
Yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
But
goodness.
flip that for falls. Sherpas ain't falling, but man, are the normal climbers falling. 54 climbers fell, only 17 Sherpas. They know where to step.
That's right.
I hope so.
You know, whatever footwear they're wearing, I want the Sherpa
The Sherpa footwear?
Yeah, because the
I
others,
bet that's a good
they're
seller.
probably wearing skis, so it's easy to come back down. That's what it is. You know?
Oh, now I got to replan my Everest climb. Dang it.
It's a little harder going up, but real easy going down.
Yeah. It's really fun going down. Okay.
Oh.
Man, rest in peace to everybody who climbed Everest and didn't make it.
Yeah, we shouldn't be laughing about deaths like that.
No.
I'm sorry, man. I really
Oh,
feel for you. Of course,
I've-
you can't hear me because you're dead.
I've heard a couple of
Now-
pretty good jokes.
What we got for carnies?
Carnival deaths don't seem to be a giant thing to the point where they're collected nationally. But 4,400 kids are injured every year on Carnival.
4,400
There we
injured.
go. And that's just kids.
That's injured.
That's a...
I'm telling you right now. That's
You got to figure about half of 1% at the very least.
yeah.
That's still a closer
40
number.
4,400 injured children. Parents, do you hate your children? Go to a carnival.
That do you know what? That'd be a messed up statistic though. If yearly 10% of people that died on Everest died in carnivals, people would never go to carnivals if they knew that statistic.
I'm telling you right
They'd be like,
now.
I have a 90%, like there's still like, you know, a comparable chance that I die climbing Mount Everest, or I can ride the ride that makes me vomit after elephant ears.
Yeah, I wonder what, because some of those rides are not dangerous. Like they got little Ferris wheel. I mean, the little merry-go-round with the little cars that don't steer because it's going around in a circle.
Right.
Those things.
That's probably
they have
those probably kill
those
like,
whipping lizard things.
we got a weird nod. Oh no.
It's like, which ride would be like the worst? They have the one thing that goes almost upside down. That boat. Remember that?
We might have data on this. What do we
do
got?
we?
What do we got?
So amusement parks since 87, and this seems to be including carnival rides.
Okay.
87 to 2000, on average about 4.5 deaths per year.
Oh.
That's gone way up.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, injuries are just like, whoo. But yeah, on average about 52 deaths a year.
Oh, there we
Oh,
go.
there you
That's a much higher percentage.
Yeah, but like, what are the odds that we die? I'm saying field trip. Apparently, DuPage County Fairs right now.
Well,
You're right.
Millions. You got millions of people riding.
That's
So,
true. That's very true. With
out
the
of millions,
percentages.
a couple thousand or a few thousand
Yeah.
get injured, and a few 100 or 200
Yes.
die. It's worth the risk, but still.
We do the zipper. It'll be fine. Have you seen the zipper?
I have
Oh, I
not
love
seen
the
this.
Oh,
Oh yes.
hold.
All right, I'm gonna hold for this.
Oh man, it's awesome.
Yeah, no, I would think that amusement park rides like wouldn't be so dangerous. Like, I used to go to Six Flags and think that those would be like dangerous rides and stuff.
No.
Yeah, they're not. They're only dangerous if you like do dumb things.
Well, plus they're stationary and they're inspected every day.
Exactly. Like those are some
those
pretty solid
drug-addled
rides.
or potentially drug-addled human beings bolting that stuff together and putting it back there. I guarantee you, they ain't checking that ride the way I would check that ride, ever.
Well, they definitely wouldn't check the way the ride. I would check the ride because I couldn't.
Yeah,
that does
that's
look
awesome.
dangerous.
That is definitely.
wow.
Oh man,
I get
that
why
is
they
so
call it the
cool.
zipper.
The Westchester one right over here.
Yeah.
They bring this out every year. It's insane. Like it's a full cage. You barely fit like I know I'm big, but it's tight. Like I don't think either of you are fit well either. But yeah.
Oh man.
About like 10 years ago, my little cousin, he's like 7 or 8 at the time. He was like, "Can we go on that?" I was like, "None of your parents are taking you, are they?"
Oh no.
Oh no.
Look at that. Look, I just like the way how some people really like to whip it and spin. Oh, that's so good. That is so good.
Yeah, you can get that moving a little faster too if you like lean
Wow.
into them a little bit. If you can figure out kind of like a tilt-a-whirl.
Oh man, that is so
That's
awesome.
And is this one of those ones they pack up? Is this a pack upable
Yep.
ride?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
You already know I'm not going.
Absolutely.
I think we can get you on it.
Maybe for money.
You know, now that you're talking about sizing, you know, that's another thing that amuses me at these amusement rides and stuff is they have like little height restrictions for if you're this tall or shorter you can't go.
Yeah.
But I've never seen if you're too fat, you can't go. I've never seen that
So
yet.
I have seen that.
Have you?
I've also gotten turned down for being too tall.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't remember what the ride was. It's only happened once.
Wow.
But I went up and they're like, "Buddy, nobody over 6 foot." I'm like,
Yeah, you're gonna die.
"What?" Like, we strive to get this tall. Come on.
Nah,
I'm saying field trip. We could bust out some cameras. Go to one of these
We'll
festivals.
see. They aren't live. We could do it.
Should. That'd be great.
I'll edit that video.
That'd be great. One of the things too and I've seen some big uns. You know, I mean, see some 400, 500, 600-pound people get on the logs and stuff. You know, at Great America where they go and splash, and it literally holds it so hard that the momentum coming down just creates this huge, extra big.
Yeah.
You got the big uns in there. You know,
That's
you got
right.
3, 4, 5. They're all in the same family usually. You know, you got the mom that's 500 pounds, the dad's 600 pounds, the kids that are like 10 years old are 300 pounds. It's like
Those will bottom out too, because they don't have the
no.
conveyor belts right at the end of the slide.
No.
So they can bottom out really easily to the point where all of a sudden you're stuck and you're just like, "All right, everybody on walk."
Oh, is that funny? Oh, that's so
Yeah,
good.
Especially if you watch like the older ones from like the 80s and 90s.
They've been
It's
bottoming
happened
out.
quite a bit. There's some great videos.
I'm
Wow.
gonna have to watch those videos. That sounds really fun.
We were actually at a festival and they had the paddle boats at the festival.
Yes.
And they had swans and they had a dragon. They had just regular ones without heads and stuff like that.
Sure.
Ducks. They had yellow ducks. And this family of 4 biggins, I mean,
Sure.
literally all those sizes, dad 6, mom
Couple of
5, a
spins.
couple of kids that are like so obese and they're only like 10, 12 years old. You're like, they don't have a chance. It's terrible.
Yeah.
And they all got onto one. And the dad couldn't even, you know, the dad was like taking up like almost the whole width. And the mom got on the back because she couldn't sit next to him. And then the 2 kids kind of suckered in. And look at, you know, here's the floater, you know.
Yeah.
You got this much depth and then that much for water. So you got about that much clearance. They went all the way so that the top of the paddle boat was even with the water.
So they had no clearance.
Did the guy, did the 17-year-old teenager that's getting him on this boat say, "Wait a second, we need to stop. You need to do this different"? No, he's like, "Go
Run it."
ahead, you paid for your half hour."
We ball.
They literally, and first, I don't even know how they're pedaling because their feet, you know, their legs are so huge, but you know. They're paddling a little bit. They get like 10 or 15 feet out. And we're in the line. We're waiting to go. And I'm
Right.
like, I wish I had a camera at the time. I'm like, this would be so great. Literally, it started leaning like this, and then it leaned like 45 degrees.
Oh, no.
And then everyone started falling off from it. But it didn't correct itself. It just
kept
must have
sinking?
had a hole somewhere. It never got back up out of the water. And I'm like, and they're all like, I'm drowning.
And they're all like dying
it's only 4
slowly.
feet of water. It's 4 feet of water, literally. 4 feet. And they're like panicked. Oh, I can't believe how embarrassed I am. I need to call my lawyer and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you guys did this on purpose. I think you go to all these things and just do this. Because there's no way that anyone with reasonable doubt would say this would be okay.
We're going to go hop on a floaty.
Oh, man, I can't believe it. It was so perfect.
That sounds really. I honestly, that 17-year-old, I hope knew what they were doing.
No.
Oh, I hope
think he was glazed over too. He's like, I'm getting paid $4 an hour, $7,
I
whatever.
hope
it is.
that
I'm
was
like,
the
"Ah, I don't
only
give a
life he
crap."
got that day.
Go
He was
for
just
it.
like sitting there, like eyes glazed over, and then he saw the family all get into one paddle boat, and he was like, "You can go."
Even better, you have to wear a life preserver with this.
Yeah.
The dad's life preserver literally looked like one of those neck pillows you wear on an airplane.
So it's just like
it
getting
literally
his head.
didn't get past his nipples.
Oh no!
I mean, it was just sticking straight out. It's like, wow. And the mom, of course, I'm not going to talk about her nipples. Of course, that'd be bad.
But
That's bad taste.
do they need life vests? Like if they truly are like 600 pounds,
They have enough fat. There's no way they're going to sink.
that's sort of what I was
no possible
thinking.
way they're going to go under the water.
Like that's I mean if you are that, I don't know the physics. I really don't.
Physically, no, because they probably have 200 pounds of bone and muscle at most. So you've got 300 or 400 pounds of extra buoyancy.
No, they could have more. If they're as big as 600 pounds, I would be willing to bet they have 250 pounds of muscle. It takes a lot to carry around that much weight. You do get big. Like if you are like large, like like my dad used to be about 360 pounds, big boy. He's currently about 260. He's lost like 100 pounds in the past 10 years.
Congratulations to him. Man.
Yeah,
That's great.
He's been fantastic about it, and but he's a strong dude, like really strong dude, and because he was carrying around that weight for a couple of years, and when you're constantly carrying around like 100 pounds more than your body wants to, you get big. You get kind of big.
Well, okay, I'll give him that extra 50 pounds of muscle.
Yeah, because 50
There's
is a
no
lot.
way
Of
he
pounds
doesn't
of
have
muscle.
at least 300 pounds of buoyancy.
Yeah,
I mean, if you could have stood on the man's belly and not got him under the water, I guarantee you.
I would.
There's
I want to
no
know the
possible way.
physics. I need to find a good physics professor. No, wait. What is this one?
Oh, wow.
Are we back to the carnival rides?
This is one of those ones in Vegas.
Oh.
You load on
Look
top
at
of a building, and then once you're loaded, you go out. The arm brings you out over the city,
No
and then you spin
way.
like crazy.
That is
No
The top of that building
horrifying.
has a bunch of crazy stuff. There's also one that it's just like a drop over the building, and then it just locks you.
Wow.
That sounds pretty
that
cool.
is
I think
amazing.
I think we found our niche.
We might have. This is sick.
we gotta go. We gotta do
do
live.
stuff.
That sounds great. We've got to do live one day.
That sounds.
Even if it's
We
not
got stuff
live,
going- I mean,
No,
we
that
still
would-
got another month of summer. So
we got GoPros.
we do.
yeah, I got 4 of them.
I got one too, so we could have a lot of
We
fun.
could rock.
Sounds like a
We
good
got to
time.
do that. That'd be great. That's a good time. So
Cody keeps looking at
Saturday,
me weird.
DuPage, just saying.
You just want a camera on me
he's
to get
still
on
thinking about the
mobile
deep
things.
fried hot dog. I know
Honestly,
exactly
me
what he's
too.
still
I'm not
thinking.
gonna. I'm not faulting him.
A cheese-filled hot dog that's bacon wrapped and deep fried.
Yeah.
That is like the perfect thing.
See, you were thinking about it too. You didn't
I
even.
can't stop thinking
It
about
sounds
it.
so good.
It's great. Maybe we got to go to lunch.
It sounds like a good
It is
idea.
lunchtime, so man, could you imagine us all heading out there and killing ourselves on hot dogs? They're deep fried.
But imagine.
All right. Anyways, I think we're done. You got anything else you want to say about carnies or
About
fairs or anything
about
else like that?
carnies? Yeah.
Or
If
fairs or-
you're a carny out there, wait. Which give me a camera to my face real quick. Hey, thank you. If you're a carny, hit me up on Instagram at Colin Glowinky. That's ColinGlowinke. I'd love to have you on, and we can talk about why I probably shouldn't call you a carny or something like that.
I'd love to have a carny.
That would be sick.
I'd love to have a whole family of carnies.
A family? I don't know. Like,
If they have families.
I don't know that you like carnies are like gypsies. Like once you like are a carny, you just have a carny family. Like I don't think that's
Wait
how
a
that.
second. I watched The Mentalist, and he was from a carny family.
You mean the fictional show, The Mentalist?
Oh, that wasn't real?
I
thought
don't
that was real. I thought that was a documentary. Are you serious?
I don't know if it is or it is,
Oh,
but I think that
man.
show is fictional.
Okay,
We'll
all right.
find out. Tune in next time on Sugar Beats.
All right, see you guys later. Thanks so much for watching.